Hey guys, it's Bella and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I have a plan with me for the week of Halloween, and I'm using this Hocus Pocus themed kit from the Littlest Planner, which this was my first time trying this shop, and I do really enjoy how the spread turned out in the end. So here I'm just flicking through the pages of the kit. So this is a 4-page kit, but you can, I think, purchase the sheets, I think possibly a la carte, I can't actually remember, and I do believe that the shop also has like a printable option, but yes, and I do believe that the shop owner draws all of the art in the kits and in their shop, so that's also really cool. But yeah, I decided to pick up this kit for Halloween. I kind of picked up my Halloween kit super last minute, but I saw this art and I just instantly fell in love with it, so I decided to use this one. So as always, I have the washi and sidebar, and I did also add in the date covers, which I didn't have the dates that I needed, so I just wrote it in Sharpie, which kind of looks horrible, but it'll do. And then I did pour in some glitter headers just because this kit didn't really have enough headers for the way that I planned personally, so I decided to pour in some from my leftovers. So the orange glitter headers were left over from Cress Press from like a really old kit. The purple ones were from Planet Beautiful, who is no longer open, and then the greenish ones were from Misha Ashley Designs, which were also left over from a kit that I used. And then I think here I'm trying to work out which pen works properly, because one of my pens writes really scratchily. I don't know why. It's like, it's got ink in it, but it's just a bit scratchy, so I think I was trying to work out which one I wanted to use, and I think I ended up picking the wrong pen anyways. But yes, so starting off, I'm just marking in that my iCloud bill was due on the Monday. So I used the bill due sticker from the kit, which was perfect because I only had one bill due this week and there was only one bill due sticker in the kit, so that worked out really well. And then I worked pretty much the whole day, so I marked in work with a work script from Arctic Paper Studio, who's no longer open, unfortunately, to mark that in. And then I had a couple of other things just to mark in the evening. So at the bottom, I marked in going to Pilates, and then I also wanted to mark in a K-pop comeback. So originally I was going to use this label, but I didn't want it to be like too many labels in a row, and also there wasn't like a whole ton of labels in this kit. Like there was really only just enough for like a couple each day, so I didn't want to overdo it. So I ended up pulling in a flag, which is also from Cress Press. It was left over from that glitter headers sheet, because this was when her kits used to have like the glitter headers separate. Like I said, it was a really old kit. So yes, and then I layered the headphones girl from Fox and Cactus, which is technically like a podcast sheet, but I used that to mark in that NCT 127 had their repackage album release that day, which I really enjoyed the title track a lot more for the repackage than I did for the original release, I guess. So yes, and then I used the weights stickers from VERYYYY Designs for Pilates this week. So then moving on to Tuesday, just putting in my full box, and then I'm just scattering my glitter headers. So then starting off on Tuesday, I again worked pretty much the whole day. So that was what took up most of my morning. So I just decided to put the half box sideways to mark that in. So, and I used another work script from Arctic Paper Studio. But this is very exciting because this day I was getting trained on like a different section. So I was doing click and collect, which was quite fun. So yeah, it was a nice day at work. And then it did rain that day though, and I think it even hailed as well. So I did mark in that it was a rainy day at the bottom, and I ended up pulling in a flag from Odd Loop for that, and an umbrella sticker from VERYYYY Designs. I think here I was just trying to look for the flag, because at this point I've realized I needed some flags, because I do like to use flag stickers to add some like white space to my spreads. So I think here I was just going through my reusable sticker books to see what I had, and I possibly even got up out of my chair to grab one of my other sticker books, because I think I only brought 2 of them to the table because I plan on my dining room table. But yes, because I have 3 reusable sticker books. So I have one that's like my kit leftovers, one that's like just for freebies, and then another like kit leftovers, but it's more sort of like functional kit leftovers, so like labels, flags, that kind of thing, whereas the other one is more like icon based. So anyways, so I used this flag from Odd Loop and I put it on the wrong side, so here I'm just fixing it. And then, like I said, I put the umbrella from Very Cute Designs to mark in that I had, that it was a rainy day. And then at the bottom I marked in a K-drama binge because at this point I was still finishing Goblin, which I finished the week after this spread. So that was very exciting. So yes, and that K-drama binge script is from JK Creates, and then the TV icon was from the kit. So then moving on to Wednesday, just putting in my full box at the top. I think here I was just trying to work out which full box I wanted to use because I wanted to sort of like split up the characters. So I had 2 on this side of the page and then 1 on the other side of the page, not the other side of the spread. What am I trying to say? I don't know. So yes, so I used this one instead, and so then I could use one of the other like character stickers on the Thursday. And then again, just putting in my glitter headers. So Wednesday was actually a very eventful day. So I started off my day at work because I just had a short shift as I was doing some training. So I did key cutting training, which was a bit daunting, to be honest, and definitely not something that comes natural to me. I still have to practice it a little bit, which I did cut keys, I think, last week during one of my shifts. So yeah, it's a work in progress. But yeah, so I had a shift at work, which technically, like, because our training is only like an hour or so, we have to actually be there for like a few extra hours to work. So that was nice. I ended up being in the garden for a little bit, although it did rain that morning again, so that was kind of annoying, but it wasn't too bad because then by the time I finished, the weather was somewhat okay. So again, I used a work script from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚜, and then I marked in that I had to go to the post office because we got a new modem because our modem was broken, and so we were having like a ton of issues with our internet. But yes, I had to go and pick up the modem, so I used this package sticker from Very Cute Designs, and then I did a grocery shop because where the post office was, there's an IGA, which is like a supermarket chain, I guess. So that grocery basket is from Planet Beautiful, who's no longer open. And then the main event of the day was that I received my delivery, my US delivery, which is like all the mail from like my US address that I get forwarded, basically. So that was super exciting because I had like, I think it was like the most amount of orders that I've had, like besides what I will probably have for Black Friday, because I think I'm going to do a big shop. But yeah, I had like a ton of orders, which I'm hopefully going to post a haul soon. I'm just waiting for a couple of Australian orders to come in, and then I'm probably going to post that haul, and that'll be like the end of that. And then I'll do like my whole Black Friday, Cyber Monday haul separately. But yeah, so I used the Prickles sticker, which was in the kit. And then at the bottom, I marked in doing my October monthly spread because I received that kit in my delivery. And I decided to do it off camera just because it was already like basically the end of the month at this point. So yeah, which I still haven't posted it on my Instagram because I didn't have enough work labels to mark in my work schedule for the month. So I'm just waiting to cut some printables because I think I still have a couple left to cut, and then I can use the work labels from those kits because I think the colors will match. But yeah, so that planner icon is again from Planet Beautiful. And then on the Thursday, I marked in that I had a doctor's appointment, which was just a follow-up for like my blood work and just a few other things. So that doctor's appointment script, I believe, is from Isha's Plans, and then the alarm clock is from Crest Press. And then that day, I ended up doing my hazard perception test, which is like one of the 2 tests I have to do to get my license, basically. So this one's like a computer test, and it's basically just like how you react to hazards and like your knowledge of the road rules and stuff. Like, is it safe to overtake, or like when is the safest time to turn at like a traffic light, and that kind of thing. So they give you a ton of scenarios and you have to do it. And I was super nervous about it, but I ended up passing, which was super exciting. So I used those stickers that were in my leftovers, I guess, which I'm not quite sure where they're from because the character I think was a freebie from a shop, and then the So Happy I think is from Paper Chic Plants, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I had a driving lesson that day, so that car icon is from the Honeybee shop, which I also received an order from the Honeybee shop in my US haul thing, so that was super exciting. And then I had to book some appointments So I used the phone icon from the kit for that, and then I went to Pilates in the evening. So again, I used a sticker from VERYYYY Designs, the weight icons. So yes, just filling that all in. And then I think here is where I actually found the pen that works. So my writing looks a lot nicer. So then moving on to the second half of the spread, just starting off by putting in my full box on Friday. And I think my camera died at this point, possibly. I think so. I can't remember. But anyways. And then just putting in my glitter headers. And then I will be doing the day by day. So the first thing that I marked in on Friday was that I had a sleep in. So I ended up layering this sticker from Paper K over a flag that was left over from the kit, which I think was from Inch's Plans, I think. So yes, I had a sleep in. I love these Paper K stickers, they're so cute, and I definitely need to order some more from her shop. I'm hoping possibly for Black Friday, but anyways. And then another exciting delivery happened this day. So I ordered a Happy Planner for 2022, and I purchased it from Washi Gang, which is like an Australian stockist, I guess, of Happy Planner. So that arrived that day, which is super exciting, and I'm like so keen to use it already. So yes, expect to see that soon. I'm also hoping to do like a 2022 planner lineup video, which, I mean, my lineup isn't super extensive. I only am going to be using a 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚡, and then my Happy Planner. But I still want to do like a lineup video just to explain my thoughts, I guess, because I find those really interesting. But yeah, and then I ended up pulling in a label that was from like my leftovers, just because I needed another label to mark in uploading a rewind plan with me, which I believe this was the golden hour plan with me, which I had filmed and edited and pre-uploaded for like quite a while, and I just never got around to actually uploading it. So yes, also apologies for like the lack of uploads. Honestly, my work schedule has just been insane. So I haven't really been able to film and edit and whatnot, but I'm trying to get back into it slowly, but also trying not to like stress myself out, which is why I'm really trying to focus on like current spreads rather than rewind spreads. So yeah, I'll probably just be doing all the spreads that I have left to do that aren't like the current weeks in my own time, and then I'll just probably post them on Instagram. So yes. So then at the bottom, I marked in having a driving lesson, and then I also wanted to mark in that 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚗𝚜 had her mini album release, which I didn't actually put in my monthly plan, like in my monthly plans, because normally I put like K-pop releases in my monthly spread, but I didn't put it in my monthly spread because I wasn't really sure if I was going to enjoy it, but I ended up listening to it, and I did really enjoy a lot of her B-sides, so I decided to put it in my planner because I did really like the album. And then I also marked in going to light therapy as well. So that asterisk icon is from Press. And then moving on to Saturday, again, just putting in my full box at the top. And then I did also put the full box for Sunday. And then I also put in the sort of like weekend banner, which is so cool. I love how like perfectly themed this kit is. It's really cool. And then I just put in the glitter headers, and then I think I did my day by day for Saturday. So the first thing that I marked down on Saturday was that I had work, which thankfully this was like a shorter shift. So like it was like an early one, but like I basically finished by lunchtime, so that wasn't too bad. So again, I used a work script from Arctic Paper Studio for that. And then after work, I went for lunch with my mum, and we ended up getting bubble tea, and mum had her first ever bubble tea, which was really funny. But yes, I used that bubble tea icon, which was actually from the kit. And then the meal icon is from Press. And then we basically had to walk from like where we had lunch home, which that was kind of a task because I do have to wear like work boots because I work in like a warehouse environment, so they're like super heavy. So it's basically like walking with resistance, and we ended up walking 3.5 kilometers. So let's say I was very sore the next day, but it was good, and the weather was quite nice. Like it was warm, but it wasn't overly hot, so it was like good weather to walk. So that shoe icon, I believe, is from Sweet Bean Plans. It was a leftover from like a really old kit from her shop. And then I ended up having a nap when I got home because I was kind of exhausted from work and from the walk and just, yeah. So I ended up using this Nap Queen sticker from the Honeybee shop, and I just used another label from my like leftover stash. And then at the bottom, I again marked in watching some K-drama. So I was watching, like I said, Goblin, which is a really good K-drama. I actually really enjoyed it. It just took me way too long to watch it because I was watching like a few other dramas at the same time, as I do. So yeah, but I did really enjoy that K-drama, which I watched. I watched it on Viki because it's not on Netflix. But yeah, so I again used the K-drama binge script from JK Creates and then the TV icon from the kit. And then Sunday, I didn't really do a lot. I was originally supposed to go out for Halloween with a coworker, but then our plans kind of ended up getting cancelled last minute, which was totally okay. But yeah, it was kind of just a last minute thing came up, so she wasn't able to go, unfortunately. So I just kind of stayed home and just relaxed, I guess. So I marked in having a lazy day with a pillow icon, which that sticker was from a freebie, so I'm not 100% sure where it's from, but if I can remember, I will put it in the description. And then I marked in Halloween, so I used the Happy Halloween script, which is from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚜, and then I used this ghost character, which I can't remember if the ghost came as a freebie with this order or if that was from another shop, but I just kind of went through like my Halloween decor that I have because I wanted to kind of make that look festive. So yes, and that label is from Odd Loop, I think. And then I marked in doing a grocery run, so that sticker is from Starlight Pepper Studio. And then for whatever reason this day, I was just like super drained, which could just be like from the walk and also just like my week and just, I don't know, everything. But yes, so I ended up using a flag and then a coffee cup from Paper and Milk to mark in that, because I don't really have like a lot of like low energy stickers that aren't like naps and whatnot. So something to add to the wish list is to find like, you know, fatigue stickers or something to mark in, you know, when I do have low energy. And then at the end of the day, I just had to mark in printing some tickets because Mum and I were going to a high tea the next day, and it's like a ticketed event, so I had to like print out the tickets for that. So that printer is from Fantasy Design Store. So yeah, here is the finished spread. Like I said, I really love how it's turned out. It's very airy because I did add a lot of white space because, like I said, I didn't want it to be too like boxy, and I didn't have a lot of labels to use. Like I said, only like a couple each day. But yeah, so here's what I have left in the kit, which honestly isn't really a lot. It's just a few little things here and there, mainly more like the functional items that I didn't use in some of the icons. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. I definitely will be keeping an eye out on this shop because I do really like their items. So that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe. As always, all the shops will be listed down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. I'm home alone all day and I got no more songs left to play. Baby, 난 널 그리네. 다시 돌아와줘 내게 and let me be